Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Quel'Danas farming video. Today we'll be taking a look at a new type of guide that I've been wanting to try for quite a while now. And to start things off with, we are going to be taking a look at all the farming locations inside of the Isle of Quel'Danas. And I'm going to show you how to get there first for those who may not know. This is going to be one of my first few videos that I've actually voiced over and already had all of the clips pre-recorded and all of that, so please do bear with me, and I am going to try my best to get everything set up correctly. So first we'll be taking a look at the dungeons and raids that are inside of the Isle of Quel'Danas. There are two. You got one dungeon and one raid. The first one that we'll be running is the Magisters Tarrance, which is the dungeon, and I did one lap of this, which took roughly 4 minutes. Running out, you can add about another minute onto, so about a 5-minute lap. And I was able to collect 63 cloth, 12 greens, and the item value for that was roughly 5k. I can't add all of the item value into that because there are some bagels that are selling for almost 2k a piece that I was able to pick up, and I can't count those because they're not going to sell for anything. So that now we're going to look at Sunmo Plateau, which is about another 4-minute lap. Again, running out, you can add another minute to. If you're a druid or one of the classes that can skip the whole run out time, you can, but I figured I'd go ahead and add that because not everybody is going to be running on a druid. Anyways, I was able to loot 72 cloth, 6 of the epic gems, and 7 greens, which an item value in Sunmo Plateau is only about 300 gold, which really isn't bad. And keep in mind this is per lap or 5 minutes. The next locations we'll be taking a look at, I ran them all in 5-minute increments, which I know isn't really a whole lot of time to test, but when you don't have a whole lot of time on your hands, you kind of have to make do with what you got. In 5 minutes of farming the Shin Lorn, I believe is how it's pronounced, which this is best used on a druid or DK. I was able to loot 55 cloth and 2 greens, which I got an item value of about 600 gold in that 5 minutes. Then we'll be taking a look at a location that I did forget to get the name of, but it is by far one of the best places to get cloth. It used to be pretty decent for greens, however, I wasn't able to loot a single green within the 5 minutes of me running that. And I was also able to get an item value of about 200 gold there, but that's just because there are some reputation items that drop there as well. I didn't include any reputation items that dropped for me in any of this just because I didn't really know how to go about doing it, since the reputation items vary quite a bit from server to server. Next we'll be taking a look at the Dawnstar village location. Again, another 5 minutes. I got a total of 59 cloth, 3 greens, which is actually pretty good, and an item value of about 200 gold here as well. Then we'll be taking a look at the Wretched Farm, which I didn't really know what else to call this farm just because there wasn't a name for it. It just said Isle of Quel'Danas when I hovered over the mini-map for the name. But I was able to get 42 cloth here and 3 greens, but this item value went up to about 300 gold just because the greens I was able to get did sell for a little bit more. The next location we'll be taking a look at is the Greenville Coast, which this is what I'd consider a forgotten material farm because you'll be farming for the jiggle clams, I believe is what they are called, and I was able to loot 10 of those along with 1 green, but the clams have a chance of giving you the Shadow Pearl, which on average sells for about 200 gold. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one of those to drop from the clams, and I was only able to get an item value of about 100 gold in 5 minutes from the Greenville Coast. Next we'll be taking a look at the Primal Mina, which not many people know that the Isle of Quel'Danas can be farmed for Primal Mina, and at one point it used to be a pretty decent farm for it. However, when I did 5 minutes of farming it this time, I didn't really get a whole lot. You can get roughly 12 of the primals per hour, which isn't really that great, but it's not that bad either, because you can get some greens, and you can always check out a couple of other different farming locations in the Isle of Quel'Danas while you're here. But in 5 minutes of farming for Primal Mina, I was able to get 1 Primal Mina and 1 green, which I got an item value of about 300 gold there. And next we'll be taking a look at the Mana Thistle. The lap took me roughly 4.5 minutes to complete, and I was only able to loot 8 Mana Thistle. However, the Mana Thistle is quite expensive on most servers, and I was able to get an item value of about 400 gold within 1 lap. And then you have your Adamantite ore and Corium ore route, which I do believe Blizzard had nerfed these routes. You used to be able to farm them consistently, but I wasn't able to get other nodes to spawn. It could just be because I might have been running it a little bit too fast, which doesn't make sense because you used to be able to run it on a 100% speed mount and not have any problems before. Anyways, for the ore route, it took me about 5 minutes to complete the lap. I got 25 ore, and this is including all adamantite ore, the Internium ore and adamantite ore, just because I can't guarantee you which ore is going to spawn or what you're going to get out of the nodes, and it's easier for me to just go with an average amount of ore that you get here. So you get about 25 ore per lap, and I was able to loot 23 motes, which they were all the mote of earth, or earth motes, just because I wasn't able to pick up a Corium ore. And I didn't get any gems either, but I got an item value of about 300 gold from that short route. And last but not least, I figured I'd go ahead and include my shuffles in with this too, just because I really enjoy the shuffles, and this is what I use a lot of my cloth for when I farm in any Burning Crusade farming location, if it yields cloth. So I had farmed about 45 minutes worth of Isle of Quel'Danas doing all of these videos, and I looted a total of 390 cloth, which is worth roughly 50 gold. I was able to craft 77 bolts, which I was then able to turn into 25 of the netherreef bracers, which is what you want to craft for the shuffle. And I looted about 59 dust, and this isn't just arcane dust, this is all dusts that you can get from disenchanting the bracers. And I was able to get an item value of about 700 gold from the almost 2 full stacks of netherreef cloth. So that will be all, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.